Hi, this is David with the Discount Dragon, and we are back again with another video about art. And in this one, I just wanted to give a few quick thoughts about doing larger art projects. So, let's look at some of the larger art projects I've got kind of, on the drawing board. One here is a inexpensive thrift store guitar that I bought. It was kind of ugly and scraped up and super cheap. I took it and just threw a coat of paint on it, just like black to give myself a nice even color to start with. And I'm going to take this and put all kinds of designs and stuff on it, and maybe some semi-precious gems, and turn it into kind of an evil, mythical sort of guitar. It's not really going to be for playing, because I assume that all of the polymer clay and gems and possibly paper mache that I put on this thing is going to totally spoil the acoustics and possibly even get in the way of the strings. So it is just going to be a showpiece to hang on your wall in case you want something, musical, but really impressive looking. Now, the other piece I've got here is a giant life-size fairy sculpture. It's in a very unfinished state, and it's been sitting around for years. And one of the reasons is I am not completely satisfied with how it's coming along. But another reason that's very important is that I tend to put off working on the larger art pieces because they sell very slowly. And I can see where a lot of people would avoid doing large sculptures or large involved projects because they feel it's going to be difficult to market them. I mean, to put my time into this and then to try to get the money out of it again, it's one of those things where I just kind of say, well, in some magical land, maybe it'll happen, and I kind of talk myself out of it. The thing is, I have sold, let me just turn the camera around back to me again. I have sold a few big, expensive art pieces. And one of the things that you have to keep in mind, get both of us in here. One of the things that you have to keep in mind is art pieces that are more involving more materials and a higher sale price may be harder to sell. But if you don't have them, they are impossible to sell. So I would recommend having not just a little bit of price variation, but have a couple larger projects available for sale, because even if they don't sell immediately, even if they sit there for an extended period like many of mine have, when they do sell, it's an amazing day. I had a giant 100-pound evil-looking book that I literally had sitting around for many years. Admittedly, I didn't have it finished for all of that time, but, people were interested, they oohed and they awed. I eventually put it on Etsy for, I believe it was about $2,000 or $3,000, something like that. And it was just kind of there as, you never know. But somebody ended up buying it. So I was very surprised, but they did come in, and I think they talked me down slightly, but they paid me a couple $1,000s for it. And in my sad little art world, that is a lot of dough. But if I hadn't had that sitting there, kind of gathering dust, waiting for the right buyer, there's no way it would have happened. I mean, if I'm going to make $1,000 or $2,000, and I've got nothing but $20 pieces, somebody has to come in and buy an awful lot of those to make it work. So, I'd say just, stretch your creativity a little bit, and if you can do it, come up with a few large art pieces so you've got more versatility, sorry, no, more variety in your inventory. Because if somebody wants to give you a big chunk of money, be prepared to accept it, because it could happen. Okay, so that's about it for now. Go out there and make something big, and you never know. There's one of the authors that I like, Terry Pratchett, and one of his quotations that I like is, always make it easy for people to give you money. And I don't do that as well as I should, but it's a good principle to have. If somebody wants to make a large purchase, be there for them. Don't say, well, all I've got are these little things. I'm not saying make a huge number of giant sculptures or giant paintings or whatever it is you do. But, have one or two. Have them sitting around waiting for that unique buyer that just might happen by and make your day. Okay, that's it for the Discount Dragon this time, and I will see you next time.